Read about it, learn about
Absolutely.
it. You go to another country and you don't go. You go to another country and you don't go being like, hey y'all, what language y'all speak? You know, you go. Where? What I'm going to. You know,
I'm going here. Let me do research. What do they speak?
People do that.
What do they wear?
People do that. You know what I mean? People research where they're going. You don't know anything about black folks. Can you believe me when I say you don't know anything about black folks? Not everything that you have learned is false. Like, I actually put up a meme that said, I actually put up a meme that said slavery is white people's history. How we survived it is black people's history. Mm-hmm. Now, so if you don't understand that concept and all you can see is in our struggle, because that's all you learn is that we came from slavery and that we were slaves and then we moved forward. You don't understand it. So if you're curious about it, and you want to be a better friend, then I'm going to need you to do some research. Now, if you want to, like you said, someone's come to you and you find something in common with that person. Mm-hmm. I like your shoes. Mm-hmm. I like your makeup. I like, don't go for our cultural stuff and try to mimic.
I agree.
Don't go for the mimicking.
I agree.
That doesn't work.
And if you're a black person and you have white friends and you're not telling them
right. Yeah.
what the true is, without any fear of you gonna lose a relationship, like you kind of owe it to the world as a whole for us to move through this through you and your one white friend.
Right. It's true.
That's true. Because then at that point, even if you're still friends with them or you guys dissolve your friendship, the next person they see, no matter if they're Asian or Spanish or, any other person of color, they're going to know how to react and how not to react. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. No,
it's like giving them justice. You're going to sit there and play the house nigga. It's not okay.
No, it's not. It's not. And the truth of it is that is the whitewashing of black folks is exactly what we're doing. We're playing that house person. So the thing is that we have to be able to tell if our white friends are there, we have to be able to tell when they're uncomfortable. We need to let them be uncomfortable, and we don't change the behavior. We have to let them be uncomfortable. And those white folks are uncomfortable with you. You lose them as a friend. Then that's exactly how it should be. That means that you guys aren't able to cross that authentic barrier into actual friendship.
Yeah, and it could be a distant friendship because once the person on the other end wakes up to what was the experience and the experience that you have, and they're able to learn through it, they're like, wow, that was actually a good friend because I got somebody at work I don't know how to talk to, and I see that they're always alone and eating by themselves. Right. I got this person on the street that everyone's kind of like running away from. Right. It's like learning through their perception, but perceiving it and going out there in the world is being a better friend that you lose than a better friend than you have.
Yes. Yeah, girl. Right?
Yeah, you gotta teach them the truth.
You gotta teach them the truth. You gotta be the truth.
Yep, you gotta be the truth.
Yeah, be the truth. Yep. Because you guys are crossing paths, and that's an opportunity.
No.
It's an opportunity for both of you. You know what I mean?
It is.
Be the truth. I have a friend who is actually, she's white, and I always talk about how she's always white. And I like that.
Hell yeah! Right. That's the best place to be is authentic.
Right?
I mean,
she's always white. No matter what she does,
that's right.
She's white.
And whatever that means, but yes.
Yeah. if I'm doing me and she's doing her and we can do our things together, and it's absolutely on two spectrums of things, and we appreciate each other. Yeah. And she'll never try to put her hair in cornrows, and she ain't never trying to wear big hoop earrings. No. She ain't never trying to say, you go girl. No. Like, she is just as white as she is white. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I do what I do. Not to say that those things mean that you're black. I'm just saying those
systematically, yes.
Those are the token things that people pick up, like they can share that as a way of connecting. When you don't know another black person, you go straight up to the generic stereotypical things that you see on TV, and that's what you connect with, which is a red flag. So anyway,
it's a big red flag.
It's a big red flag
because all the TV shows are about us now. We ain't trying to mimic Martha Stewart. They're trying to mimic Housewives of Atlanta.
Right, exactly. So I mean, the truth of it is that like when you can just be you and I can just be me.
Yeah, it's a good space.
We're in a good space.
Yeah, it's a good space.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I don't have a lot of friends here. Well, I mean, I have purposely not, like, okay, so I've gone through some things, and I had to reconcile with myself. The house, we say N-word on the radio, Stormy. So
I don't even say it, so that just kind of came out.
I know, girl. You're feeling it right now.
You're getting hostile. Does that mean I'm black?
She's like, wait a minute, wait. So in that moment of like, when you're so whitewashed, right? You're so whitewashed, you choose the things that you're going to bring out. You choose what's appropriate where you are. It's not appropriate to be, loud right here. It's not like black folks don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we are. We don't know what we're supposed to, how we're supposed to act.
We know it more than anybody else. We have no choice but to know it. Our grandparents knew it. Our great-great-grandparents, we have to know it better. Because that's what we was running the ship.
Don't play. We know it better. We have to know.
They say what? No, your enemies need to be closer? What they say?
Wait, what?
I don't know what they say.
I'm not that old. Hold your enemies closer. Or wait, hold your friendships closer. Hold your enemies closer.
No,
or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But so what I'm trying to say is that like it's most important. It's most important. It's of high importance. Okay, that you just show up, and you just respect what showed up. Respect that we're here. That idea that we have to behave a certain way, I've learned so deeply. We've all learned so deeply. Here in Eugene, without the community to back me up to know that this was actually, like, I learned about it being tap dancing, meaning that there's not other black folks that have to do this. Like, I didn't know that there's I knew, but I didn't experience it.
We all have to do it.
Well, like, my family's from St. Louis, like, and Illinois, right?
Yeah, so they had to do it too.
They had to do it, but to the level.
No, here is a whole different.
It's a whole nother level.
But I think it's also because, like, our elders, they don't come here. Our elders that are East Coast, they looking at us like, why would y'all be here? Something wrong with y'all.
Yeah.
Get out. They do. They say, what are you doing over there?
What are you doing?
What are you doing over there?
What are you doing? And the truth of it is like, what are we doing? We're trying to survive. We're trying to live our lives. I like green. I like the water. I like fresh air.
I feel like God is everywhere in the Pacific Northwest. At some point, I can go to a mountain. I can go take a hike. I can go I know that my water's fresh. I know that I can grow food in my backyard. Yeah. I know that my kid is...
We have other issues.
We have other issues when we get the children involved. Right. There's a lot of other things we get the children involved.
But it's the growing up without a community.
But it's the growing up without a community. And it's a big part of it is like, when you're in the zone of being brainwashed or playing the role to get to the role, like everything is a game. So you got to play it if you want to be a member of the game. Right. At this point, being a black girl from Eugene, from Pacific Northwest, you've created your own realm of the game. So you don't have to be whitewashed with your voice and afraid that you're going to lose your job. And I think that's our community as a whole. Right. Because we don't have people in power with the authority that will relate to us publicly.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. We had to. Here, without community, I had to create my own space.
Yeah, and you have to be careful about who you say, because if y'all get together, then somebody don't like you, but somebody saying the wrong thing.
Even then, black folks are like, you saying too much. Even then, you're being too loud. Yep. You're talking too much. And the truth of it is, that's okay. That's okay, because you're going to have it on both sides, right? But my truth is, and what I'm encouraging in this conversation, is that when you're befriending someone of color, and I'm speaking for brown folks too, and I say that because actually most of my friends are Latino. Like my close friends I have. Let me think about. I got black, Latino. It's not white. I don't have a lot of white close friends. I mean, I have some white close friends, but as you grow older, friendship like it gets less and less and less and less. And then when you get to be our age, we're like, a friendship is, we don't throw that word around light and loose. You know what I mean?
No
we
way.
Just don't do it.
And we don't use the best friend word anymore.
Right. I'm my bestie. Like, I mean, we so the people who have shown up authentically throughout my life are still here. I have friendships of 20-some years, several of them. And I also have new friendships that, because now, when you're in your 40s, you're not trying to befriend everyone you talk to.
Nope.
So what the people I have recently befriended are quality, because there's what you can take, and what can feed your soul. Yep. And so...
and what's draining it.
And you can cut that off. Yep. And so, like I said, living here for the children who are grown up here with no community, who are trying to befriend, and white kids, white women, white men, who are trying to figure out how to bridge that gap in the racial... Why can't we be real friends with black folks? It's not that you can't.
Or even the parents that have mixed children. Right. And trying to figure out, how can I really be friends with my mixed child?
Right. It's not that you can't.
No, but you're not being authentic.
And there's an experience that they're going through that you need to know about.
Really, you just need to break down. Right. And if you see it and be like, okay, I don't really know exactly what's going on, right. But I know that the world, what I see on TV is that the world is really hard for people of color now.
Just even be just aware that. aware of what is going on. Yeah. Like, it's not the same as you.
That's right.
We can exist right here in the same realm. And my existence is different. And please believe me when I say so.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to have an authentic relationship with a person of color, understand their existence is not the same as yours.
And we're not the same with each other, too.
We're not the same.
And that's even better.
Someone said
you never know what
maybe it's me, but audio and video are not in sync today. Any suggestions? We're trying the best we can.
We're trying to get in sync.
We're trying to. So basically, you know what I mean. This is the issue, right? Like, I think that again, it comes down to white folks being comfortable, being uncomfortable. You know, if you really want to get to know somebody, you need to know about that. We know about your existence. We know what you got going on. I mean, in terms of society. You know, we know in terms of society.
By force.
By force.
We have to necessity. Know. By necessity.
By necessity.
Yep. A survival skill.
It's a survival skill, right?
Yeah.
And so we were able to just try to figure this out, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's you can do the same thing. You know, and I think it's necessary. Yes. For those, I think it's necessary for those really authentic relationships. I'm not going to judge anybody else's friendships and talk about, like, I see that and that ain't real. She can't be her. That's up to y'all.
No, it is.
It's up to y'all how you do it. It's up to anyone.
I do know personally when I can't cross that line with my friend and tell them the real what's going on with me and they don't accept it well, I know that the reason I don't want to be friends with them anymore is because I can't be so long on that petty level. I'm just a deep person. Yeah. So if I can't go for it, and I can't be loud, and I can't tell you how I really feel, even without you saying nothing.
Right.
Then I was like, I can't go there. I can't be that fake.
I can't do it.
I can't do that. I'm too deep for that.
When I start seeing other people who are still struggling with it, I can't do it either.
No, I be seeing them. I be like, come on, hey. I hang out with you.
Come on out.
Come on, I hang out with you. I know white people too. You ain't gotta be the only one. Don't let them on. You can have friends too.
Yeah, right. It's one of those things where you're like, as you start to become okay with you know what I mean? And that doesn't happen immediately.
Hell no, it takes generations and lifetimes. You're breaking cycles to be okay.
Karmic cycles.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like you gotta just know that while you're here with no community, there's a world of community for you.
That's waiting. We all waiting.
We're waiting for you.
Reach out and touch me.
I mean, and so if you're not seen here, you are seen most everywhere else. And honestly, absolutely. The Pacific Northwest is a little caveat of awkwardness, and I don't think white folks here talk to each other really authentically. I see it all the time. People walk around with this kind of like that's not my business. That's not my space. That's not my. You're so into letting people exist in a way that you can't even involve yourself in their.
This is a good place to hide out. This is the Pacific Northwest, and that's talking about intellectually, emotionally, and physical.
Right. It's a bypassing culture.
It is.
You just don't have to face anything. They call it a vortex
for a reason, and you're just kind of here, and you're going to let it get it sucked up, or you're just going to, wash away with it.
You just don't have to face anything here. And I think that issue is when you're trying to make authentic friendships. And this is with anything. Honestly, when we start talking about it, we're just talking about it when race is the barrier, because people correct. But honestly, in anything, like if you can't cry a nasty slobbery cry with your friend without them judging you, that's
from
not
the booger that's coming out of your nose. That's not your friend.
You know, if you're sick and throwing up and your friend is taking pictures of you and posting, that's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
You know, I mean, so that's it's this is real simple, easy stuff. Yep. But when it becomes where you're everything is cool between us, but I can't be she can't see my struggle. She doesn't understand why I can't be, walk around police officer. She don't understand why I don't want to go to that festival because they got, the history is steeped in racism. They don't understand why I can't go, why I don't want to look at these old cauldrons that they used to use in 1885 because she don't even know they used to boil black bodies in those things. I don't want to see it. You don't know it. You don't know what you're putting me through. when you're acting like as if my history and my life is the same as yours. An authentic friend recognizes that. Yes. I think in my own journey of friendship.
Yes.
You know, they'll say, "Don't do that. You see, we got like this is putting Aisha in a situation like we're not doing that."
But instead, they don't do that. They're just quiet, and then they all look
at you. They all look at you.
We went to this. My partner and I. We went to this. It was called 50 Shades of Felt. And it was at the university, right? And I'm thinking, okay, they got puppets, and it was real cool. They had hand puppets, so it looked like Sesame Street. I'm like, okay, this is really neat. I'm going to go there. We got there, and their second song was Everyone is a Little Racist. We got up and left.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this, no. And that was me in the theater. Everyone's looking at me, and next thing you know, my whole line of people in the row, they just like leaned forward and just looked down at us. And I was just like, oh shit, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? You know? And I was like, no, I don't like this. And we got up and left.
You and your husband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't have time for this.
Right.
We went down to the coast. We like theater. Went down to the coast and we saw Othello. I don't know what made me watch Othello again. I just remember from being a kid, and it just like in the Paul Robeson version was just so. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the words.
Right.
I knew what was happening, so I was just like, okay, this is what I mean. You need to know your history because they sent us off. And I get there, and it's like the worst representation of the woman and the man, Othello. I was like, oh, blonde hair, blue eye, you chasing.
They didn't.
And it was steampunk version. So they looked like they was in the festival, girl. And the dude was not looking so good. We had to leave, too. And that was my partner that time being like, this is not okay.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, boo, you're right, it's not okay, let's go. And we didn't know that the director was sitting right behind us.
Oh, I'm glad he heard it.
I'm glad he heard it.
So,
because I was laughing. Because it's like, they got to give us the most nastiest to represent.
Right. You just be mindful. Just be, be mindful. Be like study. Like look. Be curious. No more than just a hello and goodbye. If you really want to know somebody, you don't have to have deep friendships with everybody.
No.
We're just saying if that's what you want to do and that's your calling, you want to have, like you're interested and you are curious, then you're going to have to do a little bit of work because society has not given you the tools to connect unless you can say that. Like, I don't really know what you're going through in this. I'm going to ask you if it's okay. Thank you for asking me.
Yep.
It's not okay. All right, let's go do something else. That works.
That works.
That works.
That's where, and it's not a long monologue. That was short and sweet.
Right.
Yep.
And you don't have to. We don't have to be the same. You don't have to wear cornrows for me to see you. You don't have to do. You don't have to put braids in your hair to dance West African. You don't have to
twerk on the side of the corner.
You don't have to twerk. To be down with hip hop. I mean, I don't. You just don't have to do those things to connect to other human beings. That's when you know what your issue is race. What your issue is the fact that I'm black and then you're white. If that's what you think that you have to come at me with, yo girl, what's up? That your issue with me and your issue with our connection is that I'm black and you're white and you don't know what to say to me. And that I see that and we all see that and there will never be.
Well, that's a horrible connection because that's not a connection at all.
But that's how they don't know how to speak. But we're out of time.
Okay,
already.
We're out of time.
You see how quickly that hour goes by?
Yes.
Girl, the hour just goes right on by. I want to apologize right now for the connection on Facebook. That sucks because we normally do this on our podcast. So what we'll have to do is another one. So I am so happy to have you here, Stormy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aisha,
for taking the time. I hope you guys could keep up with that conversation because we got a lot to say. We have a lot to say about it. And please leave comments if you couldn't hear things. And it will be up on my podcast, Black Girl from Eugene, in just a few days. Please consider, I don't know what that, please consider my Patreon. Donations as low as $5 a month will get me and keep me going and get me a studio and some mics and some things I can do this on the road and we can take it and ask folks out in the world how they're feeling and what they're doing and get that on our podcast. And that is at patreon.com/blackgirlfromeugene_1. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say this is a good wake-up call on building this community.
Yeah.
Building the community.
Yeah. Yes.
And we all don't have to like each other, but we are all here together.
We all We're all here.
All here together.
We're gonna end it on that note. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm not sure what this is tell me right here, but thank you so much for following my show, and I will see you once again next week. This is KEPW LP 97.3 Eugene, Oregon, Peaceworks Independent Community Radio Station, streaming online, KEPW.org. Stop it,
I want to read what this dude is saying.
What happened?
Can I move the thing? Is it still live?
No, we're not on the radio anymore.
But that's live.
Yeah, we're still on here. So what's someone saying to me? Basically, sadly, the human species has
Mr. Rosenthal here.
A hard time. Oh yeah, he works here at the radio station.
Is that him in the other room?
Personal. No.
Through race obviously is a strong influence or not. It's always about background and culture, being afraid to hear and speak the truth. Also a major distraction from healing our communications is our economic environment. We have a big ignorance and fear towards acceptance, no tolerance, acceptance. My 2 cents. Peace.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Peace. We concur. What's this one? Maybe. Oh, it's Andrew.
No.
Oh, no, he's talking about the audio. Was there anything else? Go scroll down. Oh, she said Wantanara. We all won. Okay, so hopefully these 2 videos will work.
Who you saying?
I'm just reading the thing.
What's that mean?
Wantanara? That means we are one in Susu. We are one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Well, new Wali. At 2. Oh, I only know a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna say peace out. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.